All right. All right. I just want to get this presentation started here. So today I want to talk. Let me get my screen set up here. Today I want to talk about, well, just to kind of go refresh here. This is, these meetings are um, for our team members. So hopefully you've joined our Facebook group. If not, look us up, Bull Rider Coach, or facebook.com/groups/BRC member to request your membership to that group where you can come in, share your rides, share some insights, victories, whatever. Just connect with other bull riders who are in the same, on the same journey as you. Um, of course, the rules, right? Mute your mic while you're not speaking. Be respectful. So do a short presentation. At this point, nobody's on the meeting. So, but if somebody joins, we'll do a little Q&A, a little discussion, and we'll try to keep it to about 45-minute time limit. So today I want to talk about champion habits. What, you know, habits will make or break you as a champion, right? And that bull riding, life, everything, habits are the key there. So um, I want to talk to you, and a lot of this is that I've adapted from the book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. So if you haven't read that book, check it out. It's very, very helpful. So yeah, small habits done consistently over time can produce significant results. So it's the little details, little things that you do every day that add up to the bigger moments in your life. So keep that in mind. Every single day is the day you have. It's a gift, right? So make the most of it. Um, Create those little habits, figure out like what's one little thing you can do today to make yourself a little bit better, and over time that accumulates. So again, what are habits? Habits are routines that we do day in and day out. A lot of times when we have habits, we don't really even have to think about habits, right? So and typically habits are somewhat hard to break. You have to be deliberate when you are trying to form new habits or trying to break harmful or less desirable habits. Okay. So, but these are actions, routines that are consistent, and they can be helpful or harmful, right? So you've got to kind of, and we all have bad habits, right? I mean, that's just part of human nature. So and we don't need to be trying to be perfectionistic here and say that you have to be perfect, but the more you can eliminate or modify or edit your habits that are harmful or unhelpful for you, the more successful you'll be in life. So yeah, let's talk about how do we create or change our habits. So, um, first thing you need to do is you need to start setting up cues for whatever habits you want to create. So think about where you want to be. Think about your end destination. Like if you had, if you could say what is your future vision, and be as specific as possible, right? As many details as you can think of, and create that future of where you want to be in 6 months, a year, um, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, right? Just really have a vision there. And that way, it's like getting in a car and not knowing where you're not knowing where you're going or not knowing the destination. You're just gonna be driving around wasting fuel. So figure out where you're going, and then from there you can begin to set up the habits to get you there, and incrementally. And so if you start to create these cues that trigger your thought of the habit that you want to create, right? So if I'm my goal is I want to work out every day. right? I want to exercise every day, whether that's lifting weights, cardio, stretching, whatever. So one of my cues is that I'm going to set out my workout clothes by my bed, in so that when I get up in the morning, I see those clothes and I think, oh yeah, I got to work out. And even when I go get ready for bed, right, and I get my clothes and I set them out there, then that cues me as well. Like, okay, tomorrow morning I'm getting up and I'm going to work out, right? If another cue or another habit that you want to create is riding your stationary barrel, your drop barrel, and doing drills, then maybe a cue that you could create would be, I mean, you could set an alert on your phone to say, ride the drop barrel, ride the stationary barrel at such and such time every day, right? Or you could, set your glove or your rope out somewhere where you'll see it, so that as you are leaving the house or whatever you're doing, it'll cue you that, oh yeah, I need to go ride that drop barrel. So little things like that create these cues that will trigger the habit that you want. Okay. The next one is craving. So um, create create a positive perspective and a positive um, element to the habit that you want to create. So associate it with positive feelings or outcomes. Okay. So um, when you exercise, think about, man, I feel so much better. I'm going to ride so much better. I'm going to be able to move and um, make the recoveries and do what I need to do to, to be a bit better bull rider. Right. And so as you're exercising, you're eating healthier, right? You're doing your drills. These are going to carry over and so then you can kind of just associate that with being a champion, right? Like, okay, I'm another step another step in the right direction of being the champion I believe myself to be. Then response, make the habit easy to perform by breaking it down into manageable steps. Okay. So, again, if it's exercising, then, step one is to get your clothes out and ready to go, so that you just have to get up out of bed and put them on and go to the gym or whatever. Um, if it's riding your drop barrel or stationary barrel, put it somewhere that it's easily accessible and you can just go right outside and get on it and ride it, um, so make these habits as easy as possible. If your goal is to eat healthier diet, then meal prep. So have healthy foods in the fridge and in your pantry. So make it easy. Things that can be, you can travel easy with, right? Little containers with some vegetables and um, good healthy protein and fats, right? So just little things like that. If it's, you need to drink more water, then have your water bottle out and filled up in the fridge or on the counter ready to go, so that you just grab it and go. Okay. So just make these um, habits easier by little manageable steps. So and then reward, provide immediate and satisfying rewards to reinforce the habit. Okay. So think of things that that you enjoy and how to reward yourself, in some small way. So maybe, maybe you need to say, okay, every time I go and work out, I'm gonna pay myself $1. And every time I ride the drop barrel or do some drills, I'm gonna pay myself $1. And then by the end of the month, you have $30 and you say, okay, now I've got that $30. I'm gonna go buy myself something, that I wanted or whatever. So just little ways like that, to little things like that you can do to reward yourself, and make it more likely that you'll stick with those habits. So how do we implement champion habits? There's a technique called stacking, which involves basically you link a habit that you already do with the habit that you now want to incorporate. So if it's like, brushing your teeth every day. So let's say that you want to just do more, you want to be more physically active. So one thing I do when I brush my teeth is I have an electric toothbrush, so it goes for 2 minutes. So when I start to brush my teeth, I do uh, a wall sit for that, as long as it takes to brush my teeth. So that's a 2 minute wall sit where I'm actually getting some exercise and strengthening my legs while I'm brushing my teeth. You may want to do squats. You could do um, whatever, various different physical things to do something while you're brushing your teeth, rather than just standing there and staring at yourself in the mirror. So think of little things that you can do to stack your habits. Okay, things that you do every day already. How can you implement that, right? um and be mindful of the compounding effect of these habits. Like I said, as you build these small habits day to day, these compound over time, and you eventually will see the results that you're setting out to achieve. So um, so implementation intentions involve planning out specific actions to take in response to certain cues, increasing the likelihood of the habit formation. So um, just be mindful that um, you plan out specific actions that as you respond to your cues, and then you're more likely to form these habits. And so then your environment, you want to design the environment to make your desired habits more accessible and the undesirable habits less convenient. So if let's say again, the example of your exercise clothes, you set out your clothes so that they're right there, easily accessible. You're modifying your environment rather than your clothes being in your closet. So then you have to get up in the morning, you have to go get your clothes out, you got to figure out what clothes you're going to wear, blah blah blah. Just have it all ready to go. If your goal is to exercise more, then make sure that you know it's as easy as possible. So going at a time of to the gym that's not as busy, so that maybe you're not just fighting with people or fighting over the exercise equipment, things like that. So just think of little things that you can do to change and modify your environment. If you can put a stationary barrel inside your living room and watch bull riding videos while you're on the stationary barrel, that's a great way to cue yourself to make those great bull rides. And then you're doing you're connecting the mind and body, and to kind of develop those healthier habits. So um okay, so identity. When you need to think of yourself as a champion. If you don't believe yourself to be a champion, then you're gonna basically you're undermining your own efforts. Okay, so if I go to get on a bull and I just believe that I suck and I can't ride bulls, I mean, the likelihood of me riding that bull is very, very low, right? So you've got to believe you're in yourself as a champion. And that's why with, we talk about being a champion, be a champion, like believe yourself to be a champion. And then realize that, I have champion habits. So every time every day throughout your day, if you believe that you're a champion, that begins to affect your habits, and you'll start to adopt these champion habits more likely. So, and have the right kind of support. So you need family, you need friends, you need good mentors, people that will lift you up and build you up and help you and not hinder you. So if you have people in your life that just suck your energy, try to get away from them, even if they're your family. I mean, unfortunately, we all have family members that just suck the energy out of us, and they just have some issues. And so um just choose your support wisely, and realize that you do need support. We all need support. We all need help. So the journey, think this is a journey. Life is a journey, right? So it's not just about the destination. Like, okay, I just got to get to the top of the mountain, right? Well, getting to the top of the mountain, achieving that one moment of success is a temporary moment that will come and go, and it's not going to fulfill you. Okay. There's tons of people who were champions of many different things and very successful, and they are miserable, depressed, unhappy, right? So it's really not about that ultimate achievement of whatever goal you have, of the gold buckle. It's the journey, it's the process, right? Enjoy the journey. So establish systems in your life that make the journey easier to reach the destination. Okay. So again, think of just making things more automated, um, so that you don't have to struggle and fight and think about every little thing that you're doing, but it just becomes routine for you. Clear. So yeah, okay. So goals are achieved not by setting objectives, but by establishing systems and habits that lead to progress. Okay. So just thinking, oh, I want to be a world champion is not really gonna, I mean, that's every bull rider, that's what they think, right? They want to be a world champion. You have to think about what objectives do I need to do to get to that point, and what systems do I need to create to help me get to that point. Okay. So it takes more than just one. Okay. You gotta take some action. So again, focus on the process rather than the outcome, and just know that you're becoming more of a champion that you are every single day as you implement these habits. So, and then adjust as needed, right? So you're going to make modifications, adjustments, and things like that as you go. That's part of life. Just accept that and know that that's just making you better, and you're learning from it, and you're tweaking things, and you're adjusting things and fine tuning it, and you're just getting better every single day. So know that you're going to have obstacles and setbacks, right? That's the real reality of it, is that you're going to get bucked off. You're going to have whatever happen. And so just understand that, know that, and just see that as tools to make you stronger. Okay. So try to anticipate any obstacles or setbacks that you may come across. But again, know that that there will be un um, unforeseen obstacles and setbacks, and that is part of life. That's part of the journey. That makes the victories even sweeter. So keep that in mind. um, Reframe your setbacks as opportunities, right? So when you get bucked off, think of it, okay, what did I learn from that, right? Rather than, oh man, I suck, I can't do it, and you just beat yourself up, and you take it personally. Reframe it in, okay, every time I make a mistake, I'm getting better, I'm getting stronger, right? And I'm going to learn from it. So stay motivated, adapt to whatever situation, and be adaptable, and realize that that's going to make you a better person, a better champion. And stay motivated. So when you feel, knocked down, you're going through a slump, just go back to why you're doing what you do. Go back to your internal motivation, and then remember who's on your side, who's your support team, who's your support system. So your identity never should not change, right? Your identity you should always be a champion, no matter what. It doesn't matter if you've how many buckles you've won or whatever. You're a champion, but you got to believe that, and you got to live it. So yeah, with that, I just hope you guys can start to think about your habits, think about the process of creating those healthy small habits and those helpful habits. Start to cut out the negative, harmful habits that are just holding you back and keeping you from what you want to do. Um, Make the sacrifices, okay? Because uh, sacrifice really enriches our life. And so it makes things so much sweeter when we sacrifice and we feel so much more fulfilled, and then try to help other people along the way. And I like this quote from John Maxwell: you'll never change your life until you change something you do daily. The secret to your success is found in your daily routine. So it's the small habits that you make every single day that make or break you. So think about that. Do a little audit on yourself, your life habits, your daily habits. Figure out what it is. A lot of times, a lot of us are just on our phone too much and zoning out and just not engaged. So you know maybe that's somewhere to start. If your diet sucks, start making some small changes, habits, drink more water, eating more whole foods and things like that. If you're not exercising, make sure you're doing some sort of exercise daily, whether it's push-ups, squats, sit-ups, anything. Like, do 10 push-ups every hour, right? That's easy, right? Do that, do something, okay? So make those changes, and then realize that it's part of the journey. Okay, life is a journey, so just enjoy the journey and the process. Um, so yeah, with that, we'll do some Q&A. I don't think anybody's on this. Yeah, nobody joined us this time. So hopefully you guys can join in our future presentations and meetings. Hopefully this has been beneficial for you. Make sure you check out our YouTube channel, Bull Rider Coach YouTube channel. Go through the course. We talked about like building healthy habits. In the course, in the resources downloads, there's a checklist that you can do, so you can check off every little thing. There's a workout log. So I mean, this helps you keep track of your healthy habits. So go into the resources page and look in there and get those downloaded and start making those little changes, those little healthy habits. And check out the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. I think it'll be helpful for you too. So all right, we'll meet you guys, see you guys next month for our next meeting.